Welcome to today's Explainer. We're looking at something absolutely unprecedented in the culinary world today. Seriously, we're unpacking a groundbreaking crossover that merges two incredibly distinct, wildly flavorful cultures into one unified kitchen manual. We are exploring the world's very first Balkan Korean fusion cookbook, Mandubre. It's a project that totally redefines how we think about structural cooking and fresh garden ingredients.
Okay, let's dive into this. The entire book operates on this one defining mantra, and it instantly hooks your senses. Korean soul cooked with the Balkan shout on Bulgarian soil. I mean, what an unapologetic declaration of what this entire project is about, right? It's all about taking the deep historical comforts of one culture and executing them with the vibrant, loud, and fresh ingredients of another.
So, here's our tasting menu for today's Explainer. We've got a global journey, the Mandubre philosophy, shatter crisp cigars, golden fried rice, summer street food, and finally, the prefix experience. Let's get right into it.
Section 1, a global culinary journey.
Now, you can't understand this food without understanding the author, Christina Mitchell. She's a Korean African-American whose palate was forged across a massive landscape of flavors. We're talking 7 different U.S. states and over 17 countries, from the historic landscapes of Italy and Greece all the way to the vibrant streets of Malaysia and the shores of the Caribbean. Every single destination expanded her culinary boundaries, right up until she reached her final destination, Sofia, Bulgaria.
All those wandering years taught her one absolutely vital lesson. Food is what connects us all. And this all culminated in a beautiful plot twist where she married her Bulgarian husband, planted deep roots in Sofia, and started cultivating an organic veranda garden. This cookbook is really her creative legacy. It's a love letter to her heritage, her travels, and the very soil she now calls home. It just goes to show that your own kitchen can literally be a map of everywhere you've ever been.
Let's move to Section 2 and see how this builds, defining the Mandubre philosophy.
So, you won't find the word Mandubre in any dictionary, and honestly, that's exactly the point. It's a completely stitched-together word. She pulled it from 2 entirely different kitchens and languages to create a brand new culinary identity.
It's a pure hybrid. On one side, you have Mandu, which stands for the comforting, handmade Korean dumpling. On the other side, you have Dobre, which is this untranslatable Balkan exclamation you'll hear constantly in Sofia. It's kind of equal parts good, hey, and wow. So Mandubre is way more than just a catchy name. It's an unapologetic philosophy that blends structural Korean culinary architecture with fresh, local Balkan garden ingredients.
Section 3. The Shatter Crisp Mandubre Cigars.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we mean when we talk about structural fusion. Just look at the structure on these Mandubre cigars. You're looking at a traditional Korean Mandu-style filling, but the exterior is pure Balkan comfort. The real genius here lies in the pastry swap. We all know standard wonton or dumpling wrappers have a tendency to go super soggy quite quickly, right? But by rolling that Korean filling tightly inside traditional Bulgarian banitsa dough, which is a flaky phyllo-style pastry, the cigars bake up shatteringly crisp. And more importantly, that incredible crunch actually holds up for hours.
Plus, because they're baked instead of fried, the Mandubre way means there's 0 grease, no smoke, and perfectly clean fingers. You can roll them hours ahead of time, leave them in the fridge, and when guests arrive for your supper club, they can easily hold a shatter crisp cigar with a napkin in one hand and a glass of traditional Bulgarian rakia in the other. It's a real game changer for hosting.
Section 4, Golden Fusion Fried Rice. Before we can even think about building this dish, we absolutely have to start with the foundational Mandubre rice canvas technique. It is all about the water ratio. The book explicitly states, when measuring the water, make sure your index finger is pointing straight down, touching the bottom of the pot, and the water should hit the first line on your index finger. Trust me, it works perfectly every time. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the secret weapon used to achieve that golden color and flavor once you have your canvas. Notice the breakdown of the ambrosia honey blend here. It's a local Bulgarian polyfloral honey blend consisting of 95% pure bee honey, 2% turmeric, 2% ginger, and just 1% black pepper. This built-in blend completely eliminates the need for heavy, spicy sesame oils, all while naturally infusing the dish with an incredible golden hue and essential aromatic warmth.
But hey, what if you aren't living in Bulgaria? The book includes this brilliant DIY kitchen hack so readers globally can replicate this magic at home. Just take a teaspoon of local fluid honey and add a tiny pinch each of turmeric, ginger, and black pepper. That tiny bit of pepper is absolutely crucial, guys. It literally wakes up and activates the turmeric while bringing back that authentic Korean aroma. When it comes to the cooking process, you toss your pre-cooked, non-sticky rice with your fresh farina scallions, and then you pour this pre-emulsified honey sauce in a slow circle directly over it. Then you crank the heat to high for just 1 to 2 minutes. This flash sizzle lets the vinegar vaporize and the honey caramelize, instantly glazing and staining every single grain into a brilliant, glossy, yellow masterpiece. It is so good.
Section 5. Reinventing Summer Street Food. Traditionally, Bulgaria's beloved summer street food, tsitsa, which is essentially Black Sea sprat, is lightly floured in a standard batter and flash fried. But come on, this explainer wouldn't be complete without a structural upgrade. By re-engineering the batter using Korean twigum architecture, which uses equal parts potato starch and flour, you create a much lighter, shatteringly crisp armor that stays crunchy far longer than standard flour ever could.
So, the crucial point is exactly how you handle this upgraded batter. You dust the fish with gochugaru, those fantastic Korean chili flakes, and ginger powder, but you must vigorously double shake them in a mesh strainer to remove all the excess flour. Any loose pockets of flour turn to paste and literally kill the crunch. Flash fry them in small batches and serve them steaming hot with a custom pale pink lemon gochujang mayo. It's the ultimate pub-style street food.
Section 6. The Prefixed Experience.
This right here is the Mandubre prefix lineup. It's this incredibly high-end aesthetic collection of 6 off-book courses. Notice the signature beverage sitting alongside the menu, the chilled pear and ginger cream fizz. It pairs cloudy Bulgarian pear juice with a sharp snap of fresh ginger, topped with a float of silky whipped coconut cream. Sounds amazing, right? And what is truly fantastic is how accessible this knowledge is. This exclusive 6-course digital recipe pack is actually available as a standalone teaser for just $4.99. And if you're ready to dive into the complete culinary world, you can grab the full Mandubre cookbook for just $19.99. It's an absolute steal for the amount of creativity you're getting.
The Mandubre philosophy ultimately proves that our palates are not restricted to one kitchen or one set of rules. It leaves us with a fascinating question to ponder. What other hidden, incredible culinary fusions are just waiting to be discovered when we boldly combine the heritage of our past with the fresh soil of our own backyards? Get into your kitchen, look at your ingredients a little differently, and start exploring. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.